Should the Chicago Bears trade for wide receiver DK Metcalf? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Stall back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, hit the big red subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And guys, as always, hit the bell icon so you are notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people, let's get into it. So it's funny because I had intended to make this video a while back, right around the time of the Russell Wilson trade, okay? And I thought, hey, Seattle traded away its franchise quarterback. They could be having a fire sale. Maybe DK Metcalf is going to be available. The Bears need a receiver. Everything added up. Well, I actually didn't end up making that video because Seattle had come out and said, hey, we're not going to trade DK. The rumors had died down. It's funny enough, they said the same thing about Russ. But either which way, I didn't make it. And now we've got new news that DK Metcalf, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, DK Metcalf can be had for the right price. All right, so the door is starting to creak open, baby, and I want to bust it in, okay? And I want to go ahead and get in the door because I want DK Metcalf. So my answer to this is a resounding yes. The Bears should trade for DK Metcalf. Now, whether they will, it's another question I'll answer shortly. Should they? Absolutely. DK Metcalf is only 24 years old. He's a big body receiver, 3 seasons in the NFL. He's had 900 plus yards in receiving every single season. And what would it cost you? Well, probably a second-round pick. And the Bears obviously don't have a first-round pick. And DK Metcalf is going to be better than any second-round pick you will probably find. So it's essentially like you're drafting DK Metcalf. Now, the one downside people are saying is, oh, Faiz, you're going to have to pay him big money after this year because his rookie contract's up. Well, that's fine. DK Metcalf is a stud. He is incredible, and he would be everything you would need for a guy like Justin Fields because he's young. He fits the timeline, okay? Not only can he go deep, not only can he fit the vertical passing game, but, again, you can use him as a red zone threat, okay? So he checks all the boxes, all right? DK Metcalf is an absolute stud. So I want DK Metcalf. I want the Bears to trade for him. Now, will they trade for him? And I'm going to be honest with you guys like I always am. I don't believe so. I just feel like the MO for this team has always been, or I should say always been, it seems like it is always going to be, since the new regime just came in, is building through the draft. And so I just don't feel like they're very accustomed to trading and acquiring players in that way. And so Ryan Poles, again, just has not shown that to be what he prefers. I think he's going to just end up drafting a receiver and go that route. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad route, but I am telling you that it's going to be very unlikely you find a receiver as good as DK Metcalf in the draft right away. All right. So again, not saying it's impossible, but yeah, that's how I feel. So as far as whether this will happen or not, I just don't think the Bears will do it, but they should. They should trade for DK Metcalf. He is an absolute stud, and he would answer a lot of questions. You would have your number 1 receiver. Mooney would slide over to the number 2 spot, and then now Brian Pringle and then number 3 spot. Now that makes a lot more sense. Now you've got your receiving core for the 2022 NFL season. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.